despite various efforts by the Committee on Delegated Legislation. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Robert Mbui. I've been requested by two joy riders. Major Bashir. Where is he?
Yes, sir.
Are you a major or a colonel?
I'm a major.
Major Bashir.
And it's not easy to achieve the rank of a major. It's not just like going to an election and winning. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to support the statement that has been read by Honorable Mbui. And the matter here is about regulating the private security industry. Honorable Speaker, sometimes last year, the PSRA, together with the Ministry of Interior and National Coordination, appeared before the Committee of Delegated Legislation, of which I'm a member. And we asked them to bring the regulations so that the committee can go through and either approve or annul. Sadly, the said regulations have not been brought to Parliament through the committee. What we are seeing now through Gazette notices aimed at private security companies is a nullity in itself, because it is something which is not bound by law. Take, for example, the issue of minimum wage. It is not under the purview of the Private Security Regulatory Authority.
Make your point, Bashir. We don't have much
Thank you,
time.
On matters of minimum wage, it is the Labour Council that sets minimum wage. The work of the PSRA is to ensure that it implements and enforces the minimum wage as set by the labor law. It's not under their purview to set minimum wage. Two, there's a lot of despondency on the private security industry now, because every now and then, every 2 weeks, every month, they are getting new legal notices, which, in my understanding, and the understanding of our committee for that matter, is that it has not been approved by Parliament. So the regulations out there is null and void, and I wish that the Ministry of Interior and National Coordination should ensure that they abide by the rule of law. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Osoro, make your point in 1 minute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also rise to support Honorable Mbui's statements on the conduct and the directions given by the PSRA in regard to the private security firms raising the minimum wage of the security officers to 30,000. Honorable Speaker, the era of people or authorities making unilateral statements or directions is long gone. One can't wake up one morning and do letters, spread them across all the security firms and tell them, by this particular date, you must pay your soldiers, or rather the security officers, 30,000 shillings. Honorable Speaker, the security firms operate under contractual agreements with their clients. And there is no single contract, Honorable Speaker, except a few selected, where, in fact, even the government entities, Honorable Speaker, the set amount that they pay security firms per security officer is about 21,000 or 25,000. So, Honorable Speaker, a CEO of PSRA cannot wake up one morning and direct security firms that by force, on this particular day, make sure you pay your security officers 30,000. That is an illegality, Honorable Speaker. You cannot bypass this house, the house that makes laws. You wake up one morning, bypass this house, you ignore the subsidiary legislation process, and decide the rule is this way. Honorable Speaker, we support Honorable Mbui's statement.
Thank you. Tongoyo, 1 minute. You are the chairman of security. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to really also comment on the issue being raised by my colleagues on the proposed increase of wage bill, minimum wage by the PSRA. Honorable Speaker, as much as it's true we agree with the concern raised by members, the issue of minimum wage is still also ongoing discussions. Honorable Speaker, it's good to agree that some of the firms, big firms like Equity, like actually some of the big institutions, pay as less as even 10,000, Honorable Speaker. So we had a proposal that we had actually proposed to the institution to adopt, whereby they are going to form categorization and give different classifications and different certificates, so that the institutions that, of course, they are big like G4S, who can able to afford the 30,000, they are given a different certificate, and they are, of course, you'll be able to be given a certificate and a classification depending on your capacity, just like the way NCAA does. So, Honorable Speaker, it is a very valid discussion, but I think it's something that we should be able really to appreciate, that majority of these institutions actually pays extremely too low when themselves are actually earning more. So I think the point to look at it is that we are going to have the regulatory authority give different certificate, different classes, so that the big companies who actually able to have the capacity should be able to pay the minimum. Those in the villages, like those who got the primary schools and small institutions, can able to pay the minimum that they can able to afford.
Thank you. Majority Leader, this statement was directed at you. You also have your Thursday statement. We have only 9 minutes to start the next business.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and let me thank the Honorable Robert for that statement. And indeed, it has been a concern to many people who have also reached out to me who are running security firms. And I want to commit that I will get in touch with the ministry and give a response in the course of next week, by Thursday next week, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, if you indulge me now to go to the usual Thursday statement, as you said, in the interest of time. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2A, I rise to give the following statement on behalf of the House Business Committee, which met on Thursday, 11th June 2024, to prioritize the business for consideration during the week. Honorable